there is a fundamental difference in America right now. We've talked about this choice. I started to write America needs to choose, but America must choose between these two. And this is the choice. And it is growing more and more defined every week. Do we believe in a government that is constitutional, limited federal power, has a low flat tax, whatever kind of tax, lower taxes, limited federal spending, personal responsibility, and a government that helps those who cannot help themselves, not helps those who will not help themselves? Do we believe in this? Or choice two is a big progressive government. And this is the choice that we keep going through. Republican, Democrat, big progressive. The Republicans, they'll be telling you what to do in your bedroom. The Democrats will be telling you what you're going to do in every room. I don't want them in my bedroom. I don't want them in my living room. I don't want them in any room. I feel like cat in a hat here. I don't want them to have this much power. Why? Because our founders knew this. The founders knew people are flawed. They're flawed. And power corrupts. Now, Cass Sunstein, he's the latest. I think he fancies himself as a refounder of the United States of America. I've told you on this program, he's the most dangerous man in America because no one will see him coming. He's Obama's progressive regulation czar. We found an old clip. It was put up on theblaze.com. Here he is, pretty much spelling out everything this show has told you in the past. Watch.
Some conservative legal thinkers like Justice Scalia and Justice Thomas think that the Constitution means what it originally meant. That means we should understand the document by going into a kind of time machine and capturing the public understanding of the public that ratified the document a century or more than a century ago.
Okay. He's saying that it has no relevance. The Constitution has no relevance because you have to go into a time machine. This is all you need to understand. The founders knew. Limit the size of the government through the Constitution because people are flawed and power corrupts. Thus, don't give people power over you because they will become corrupt as they are people. Thus, they are flawed. Progressives don't think the Constitution applies to today. That's why they're called progressives, to make progress. Towards what? Away from what? The Constitution. The Constitution evolves over time, and it changes as society changes. Yes, it does, but through the Constitution called amendments. We used to amend it all the time. The rest of Americans believe the Constitution still works. Now, that's the debate that it's coming down to, but that's the debate nobody's having. The debate comes down to this. Do you believe in the American experiment, the American ideals? Do you believe in this? People are flawed, power corrupts. Don't give people power over you because they will become corrupt as they are people and they are flawed. If you believe in this, you must choose this. Progressives don't hold the Constitution in high esteem, and that's bad enough. But when coupled with what progressives think about the American people, that's when things start to get dicey. You just saw Cass Sunstein dismiss the Constitution, but let me play again what he says about you.
Once we know that people are human and have some Homer Simpson in them, then there's a lot that can be done to manipulate them.
To manipulate them. You're the hapless Homer Simpson who lacks self-control, so you will be manipulated. And progressives like Sunstein, the solution to this problem is the manipulation and control by the federal government. I don't want to be manipulated. I want individual freedom, liberty. I want personal responsibility. Hold me accountable for my own actions. If I make a bad move in business, then I make a bad move in business. I should be allowed to fail. I don't want the big George Bush government or the big Obama government. I don't want any government that is telling me exactly what to do all the time. I want a government that holds up merit and personal responsibility, has very little on control, but also a government that is compassionate for those who cannot do it themselves. And when the private sector can't help them either. The people in Washington have already decided what kind of government they're going to give you. Do you know that 80% of the ruling class in Washington say that this is it? 80% say they are now on the right track, except 60% of Americans say they're on the wrong track. That's a pretty big spread. Why? Because they're corrupt and they have power.